Welcome to Social Aloe Ministries, where we are committed to glorifying God while exposing the devil. Many marriages fail, in part because both people's heart were never fully in it. Both people weren't fully invested in the quote-unquote relationship. You can never fully give yourself to someone who you do not love, not even in a marriage. You can never fully give yourself to someone you do not love, not even in a marriage. And love is one of those things that it must be given. It cannot be taken. It cannot be forced. And either it's there or it's not. In the book of Ezekiel, it talks about the Lord giving someone a new heart, removing that stony heart and giving a heart of flesh. But the thing is, the Lord isn't going to change someone's heart. And we see this in Genesis 29 through Genesis 30, where Jacob had an agreement to marry Rachel, but her father made a switch and caused Jacob to marry Leah instead. And he never loved her. Years went on, she kept trying to make him love her, but nothing worked because his heart belonged to another. And there's another complication. When one person is trying to make someone love him or her, but the other person's heart belongs to another. It is even further complicated when that person's heart belongs to God, but the other person who wants to be in a relationship, that person's heart does not belong to God. I recently heard a minister say that you are deceived if you think God is going to give you his, well, he specified daughter, but basically God is going to give you his son or daughter so that you can mislead that person. Yes, the Lord does break up relationships. And even though not a marriage, when you look in Genesis 21, Abraham was married to Sarah. Hagar was his concubine. But the Lord told Abraham to go with what Sarah said and to put away Hagar, the concubine. So despite the level of the relationship, the Lord allowed it to go. And there are other people, some of you may have been through it, where you're trying to be in a relationship and for one reason or another, it fell apart. And later you found out it was God. Maybe he simply didn't approve, or maybe he knew that if you were to stay in a relationship, that it would cost you your relationship with him. And that's important. Jesus spoke about if your eye offend you, about plucking it out. And didn't mean literally, but plucking it out, so that if the eye was leading you to sin, that you would sever the tie to sin. He also mentioned about cutting your arm off if your arm is causing you to sin. So when something causes you to sin, when something causes you to stumble, or could potentially cause that, the Lord may cut things off, which may be to the chagrin and surprise of many people. So, especially when one person's heart is fully committed to the Lord is not going to allow one of his sons or daughters to be with a son or daughter of the devil. He's not going to allow a relationship with a messenger of Satan to interfere with your relationship with him. In Revelation, it talks about the Lord opening and closing doors, and when he closes the door, that no one can open it, and vice versa. It also applies to relationships. It also applies to relationships. The pain of loving someone who's busy loving someone else. God bless you.